Hello guys, welcome to Dan Tries the Game. I'm Dan, with you as always, and we're playing more of Powerwash Simulator 2, and this has been crazy. Yeah, I'm starting completely off topic, so yeah, one of my videos went like over 1,000 views. That's crazy. I don't get it. I don't know what happened. It was like sat at 50 views for ages and I was like, oh, that's fine, it's just a dead video, you know. And then it magically just went over 1,000. And it's been mad. Like, I just want to thank you all for watching because I never thought I'd get 1,000 views on a video. That's mental. But it's awesome. Anyway, on with today's video. We are going to be doing the big old blimp, and we have a farmhouse, and I can't remember if it's a cement truck. I think it's a cement truck. I'm going to go with that. So, as always, we had to say hello to our cats, and then we are moving on with the clean. Let's see when we're going to get that first ding. Man, so, I had been saying throughout all of this that we had been having just really small cleans compared to Powerwash 1, and that was a real big gripe I had with this game. First thing in the episode, by the way. And it just immediately turned. So it went from, yeah, here you go, here's this tiny little thing, have fun cleaning it, it's not going to be too bad, to have a whole blimp. Like, the biggest thing we had was the gas station, and that really wasn't that bad. And then they're just like, no, here, have a blimp, and they expect me to be okay with that. You can see though, we're making pretty easy work of it. It's really not that bad. Everything's kind of lightly caked on, so we're chilling. I am lightly worried about the handprints that are on that side there though. I don't quite know what's been happening on this blimp, but I don't think it's very PG, you know? Yeah, there's something about it that just didn't feel right to me. We go, get the front wheel, get the side sorted out. I really wanted to start at the bottom of this because it felt the easiest, and I didn't quite know how the top was going to go. So there was a lot of curved surfaces, and I just kind of presumed that it was going to be a pretty hard clean. I was pleasantly surprised it wasn't a hard clean. But still. Ah, look at that. A little bit crab walking to get that. Just strafe. It's like I'm an FPS pro or something. Could have joined FaZe with these skills. There we go. Onto these engines. And they're awesome. They are literally awesome. They felt great to clean. They were nice and easy. Everything's been happy so far. I was expecting this to get really bad. I haven't even needed to change over to the red washer yet. Everything's just been fine. And I don't know why. It's just chilling out. Like, this is uncharted territory for me. Why is everything going so well? I don't understand what's going on, guys. And you'd be rich if you had, like, a penny for every time I said that in this video. Things are going crazy, and I don't know what's happening. That's like my full life, just in a nutshell. Weird things are happening, I don't know what's going on, I'm scared. There we go, clearly we just need a mini saw for this part. The big one was a little bit too far, you know. Can't be going all out like that, just on the first little thing. That'd be crazy. There we go, clean up the butt a little bit, because it has a dirty butt. And now we're on to this midsection, which is really nice and simple. We're just going to be relaxing, going nice and easy. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you probably heard me say that when I'm doing more of a satisfying clean, stuff, I'm trying really hard to make it nice to watch. I'm probably listening to like the No Sleep podcast or something. I'm really enjoying horror stories again at the moment, so I don't know, when I'm usually playing this and recording my content, that's what I'm doing. I'll just be here, listening to scary stories, crapping my pants, because that is the ideal way to record content. I don't know why nobody ever thought of this. Also, I will probably not be playing scary games in this channel. Just saying. Just saying before anyone brings it up there. Imagine how bad that would be. Like, with my sleep content coming out, and then it just hops over to the new scary games that are coming out. You would be having nightmares forever, and I would be to blame. I don't know if I'm cool with that. I might be cool with that. Don't know, maybe I'll go like full Markiplier and make a movie. That'd be awesome. I want to make a Powerwash movie. Literally, after saying that, it felt like crickets. And I am definitely just going to leave the gap in where I realise what I'm talking about and I'm just like, oh, I'm dumb. That's stupid. Nobody would watch that. We can at least make it more fun than just about the power washing. Like, have the aliens in it, have the mermaid man in it. We can have a huge arc about stealing the cat. Like, Ulysses is just gonna be the star. This could really work. If I eventually make any money from YouTube, that's what I'm doing. A fan-made Power Wash Simulator movie. We go 26%. All of the stuff that I've done so far has been like minuscule in comparison to how much is left. It's honestly crazy how much surface there is in this blimp. Like, he's a really nice clean. He feels really nice, really good clean. But he is a big boy. He is a chonky boy. Also, why... I'm sure American viewers, please help me here. Why blimps? Is this normal for America? Like, I see it when you guys have like big football games that there's like blimps there sometimes. Why blimps? I don't think I've ever been to a thing in the UK and there's just been a casual blimp. It isn't a thing for us. Are they cool? I genuinely don't know if blimps are cool. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Nice big long strokes. That's what you like to see. And then back to short and wavy. Oh, man. I suck at this game so hard. I don't know why you watch me play it. Oh, there we go. See, I was right. It's a cement truck. Yeah. I was so right. Go get this. I don't actually... What is this? Like, is it just something for aerodynamics? Or that you can, like... In my head, this is like a boat anchor point. You know, like how you just throw an anchor overboard and you're like, yay! But the blimp equivalent. And that feels dumb. I don't know if it's dumb. It might... Like, yeah, I'm probably dumb. I'm probably really dumb. Just aggressively clean that one last bit. Meh. That's how it felt. It's just me being like, meh. Man, I was failing at keeping that straight. I was trying to do such nice, long, straight lines. Just to make you guys be all, yeah, look at him. He's doing well this time. But I failed. And look, Ulysses he's on the blimp. We have a cat blimp. I want a cat blimp. I'll put one of my cats on it. We could have the Milo blimp. It would look way dumber than Ulysses, but still. A little dumb black cat on there. Oh, he would love it. Oh, look at that. I really... So, this is really weird. Sometimes when I'm watching this, so... I have no idea how to actually make content on here. I have absolutely zero clue. Very confused as to why you watch me. That's a whole different issue. But, where this is going is, when I watch this, sometimes I kind of forget that I'm supposed to be voiceovering it, and I just kind of drift off into a, oh yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks good. And I feel like I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be the person that's like, yeah, so here the dirt was a little bit tough, so we moved over to the red nozzle. So really, it's a tactical decision to do that, to be honest. And I'm just here like, oh, look at that. Look at the green nozzle go. He does cleany things. Oh, it makes me feel so dumb. I swear I'm actually lightly intelligent. Just lightly. Although intelligent is a bit of a big word for me. Oh yeah, get the rest of that gold ring. We've made really light work of this. Like, we're sitting at 12.5 minutes. Just over. And we're almost done. We're 70%. We've just got, like, this last ring and the butt to clean, and then everything's good. Man, I hope YouTube doesn't hate the word butt. That would suck if they do. Yo, look at that. That side-to-side swipe. It's really crazy to think, like, from when I started making these, I feel like I've already come so far in just what I can make now. Honestly, if you go back and watch some of my earliest videos, they're terrible. There's actually a whole video that I've kept up, and I haven't redid the audio, because, I don't know, I like that it's janky. But there was a whole video where I had my mic the wrong way around, and you're just listening to the echo recording of me. And now I feel like I almost, sort of, a little bit, get what's going on. And that was a real Dan Tries to Game moment. Have it the wrong way around, pick it up, spin it, make it the wrong way around, and then put it the right way at the end. Yeah. That's what we're here for, really. We're basically here to see me fail at playing games nicely. It's like, if you guys have seen Let's Game It Out, imagine that, but very, very discount. Like, real lowest of the low for quality. And that's what I'm going for with my content, yeah. we go. We're getting these butt fins done. 2 more butt fins, and then we just need to get the little butt out of there. I really hope they don't hate that word, because I'm stuck with it now, and I'm really struggling to change how I describe this. The rear. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, the rear of the blimp. We're giving it a good washing. That's for sure. It's definitely looking a lot cleaner than it was. Yeah. I'm so not getting impressions from this, am I? They're just gonna be like, no, not this video. Nah, he can suffer for a bit. Right, it is day 2 of recording, and, well, I really struggled to do the first half of this. It was really early, and I got tired and wanted to just have a weekend. So I gave up. And it's now like 3 weeks later. I really tried to make this and keep it on time. However, I'm now feeling pressure. But we are getting through the end of these fins. Also, if you can tell, it became slightly springish. It's been like 16 degrees today. It's been a really good day. Except for the fact that now I have allergies again. I have allergies again. How frustrating. But I got to cut the grass. I got to do adult things. It was great. But yeah, it's now, like, it's still February. And 16 degrees. It's not right, guys. It's not right. But hey, back to the video. We are finishing up these tail fins, and then we are going to be going on to that next cement truck that's going to be chilling out for us. So we don't really have that much more to go through. Like, we are just going to be doing the little spot clean at the end. Here's the ding montage. And there we go, job complete. Nice and easy. I'm fairly certain I could have finished that the first time, but I really didn't know how long I actually had. I thought I was gonna die in the middle of this. And look at us go. Floating around, as always. When aren't we? And onto the cement truck. And I noticed immediately we were being watched by one of the little gnomes. I really don't like the gnomes. I'm not a fan. I know. That makes me sound horrible. But, not a fan. Also, you can't go and explore the mine. I'm just saying, I know it's Powerwash Simulator. I know we're not playing a game about digging a hole. However, I want to. Also, Bubbles is in a grave. It's a huge grave for a cat, but still a grave. And we find Squeak. And where are you, Ulysses? There you are. Look at you up there. And we just see if we can snipe him. But we can't. So he is going to go and be put in the grave with Squeak. Nope, Bubbles. Damn it, the cats look the same, okay? I swear. And getting a first look at this, it doesn't look too bad. You do get the cement drum, which can be quite useful to clean all the way around. But for now, we're just going to start with the cab. And as always with vehicles, we're going to try starting it off with a little soap. And once this gets onto it a bit, it's going to make the front really nice and easy, to be quite honest. I really wish I knew how bad this would be going into it. This took me longer than the blimp. It took so long. It was such a project. It wasn't okay. I had a great time cleaning it, theoretically. And also a terrible time cleaning it, in actuality. Oh, it was, yeah. It was a thing. It was a thing. But anyway, for now, loads of things. Really nice and easy. We just spray that soap off. Everything looks good. And then we have to get all of the little tiny bits. The tiny bits I missed. Because we already ran out of soap, so I have to wait for it to recharge. I think that's how soap works. It definitely is able to be used again after, so I'm going with it recharges like a power. So now we have powers in Powerwash, I guess. But hey. Anyway, as you can tell from how all of the other vehicle cleans went, compared to this one, this is an actual monster to clean. Like, there's so many little places on this. I think the last one we got to do was like the mobility scooter. That was like, you look at it and it's cleaned. This was crazy. Like, it was not okay. It was, yeah, a lot. Bear in mind, I haven't even finished the cab yet, and we're about 5 minutes into the clean. Maybe a little bit longer. This never happens with vehicles. Vehicles are always like you just look away and they're done. 2 minutes, in, out, shake all about, do the hokey cokey. That whole spiel. Also, I think I'm sick and delirious. I don't know. But that explains a lot. Anyway. We're just going to finish up these couple of last touches on the cab. We got a little bit of rust on there. It's pretty sad. And we're on to the fuel tank. I don't know how I feel about shooting pressurized water at a fuel tank. Doesn't feel great. I get that it's water, and the chances of it exploding, basically zero. But, what if I shoot a hole in it, it makes a spark, and it explodes? That's my anxiety talking. Like, imagine Powerwash Simulator, but with explosions now. Just say it. Just say it. Demolition Company Simulator. Except with a Powerwash weapon. Powerwash. Pressure wash. Power. Yeah, my brain is still buffering. Anyway, more soap. So we're just going to throw that on there. Really hope that it gets some of the worst off, because, yeah, I know it's called a cement truck, and I get it, it's cement. It's really hard to clean the back. Surprisingly so, for it even being cement. Like, everything else has just kind of been, ooh, put the red nozzle on and just shoot it for a bit, and then it's done. But no, this is like, ooh, you need soap, and you need orange nozzle, and you need to spin around 3 times. It sounds like I had a really bad time. I actually really enjoyed this, other than the fact that I was really confused about what was going on and why I wasn't cleaning anything. This was, so in the first game, we had the little play park. That was the first level where I felt really underpowered. This is the first one of this game where I felt underpowered. I fully felt like I needed to try again, upgrade, come back with a fresh mindset, you know, all of that stuff. Because look at that, I just sprayed over with a yellow nozzle, then a green, and it did nothing. So I had to soap it all anyway. I sucked at this. There we go, get that last little tiny bit that's in the middle, because that's right where the drum touches, and it was really difficult to clean. Loads of these little spots are just caked on cement as well, so they're not great. There were lots of challenging parts to this. Again, clean the other fuel tank. But we just keep missing stuff. I don't know what was wrong with me. It's like the worst clean I've ever done. And then just shoot it in the rear. because now we have to do the big old drum, and we've got to do the stairs, the ladder, whatever you want to call it, and get the little chute sorted. And we just need to get all up in there, all that soap everywhere. Just really try and get ahead of this, because all of this concrete is hellishly hard to get rid of with anything else than the soap. So I figure, let's just cheese it. Let's just soap it all, rather than using red nozzle for everything. If we just soap it, it disappears. Don't honestly know how soap does that to concrete or cement, but hey, it's good enough for me. It got me through this. See, you can, even just that little bit, you can see how much more I was struggling to get rid of this. Yellow basically did nothing, so I had to go back to the old trustees, soap everything, and ask questions later. And decided to turn it on, so that I could just sit here. And now I can shoot it like a rotisserie chicken. It's exactly like a rotisserie chicken. I mentioned that far too much. But look at that, how good does that look compared to how it was actually going? We just get side to side it. Boom. And that's the sides done. Now to be the front piece. And it really wants me to clean that handle. It really wants me to. There we go. Ding montage. This was honestly the best part. So I was sat at the back, letting it rotate, and just spraying the soap off. It looked so fun. There we go. Cement truck done though. It was super simple. In the end, it was super simple. It was a lot of repetition. It was lots of let's soap, clean off, soap, clean off, soap, clean off. And then it just became super easy. And here's our farmhouse. Look at this. Is this a thing in America? In the UK? So, in the UK, I know I keep saying this for everything. We don't really have, like, random barns by themselves. Usually we have, like, the houses nearby. So, you would end up with, say, this barn, but it would be on a concrete area, and then you would have your house, like, right next to it. Kind of imagine where that windmill is, make it a house. And they were always ridiculously sized houses. They're always huge. Like, imagine a standard American house. Yeah, see, that lost a lot in translation, but in England, like, houses are pretty small. Like, seriously. What we see as, like, a regular Midwestern house is, like, crazy. It's probably what we would class as a hugely upper class house. And that can just be a normal style place. But anyway, let's start cleaning the silo, because this is going to be the nicest, easiest part of it. And all we have to do is circle around and get this base sorted out. And after the base is sorted, as you all know, you pay more attention to the shaft. So we're just going to keep going up and down on the shaft. And eventually, it's going to be done. Quite literally, we just go all the way around and keep rotating. I don't know why I prefer this style, but for some reason, cleaning like this made me feel like I was doing more. I really don't think I was, but it made me feel like I was. It made me feel important, so I just kept going with it. It made complete sense to me at the time. This was a point where I could really start to get the scale for the farmhouse though, and I did not enjoy seeing the scale of the farmhouse compared to this, because it was pretty scary. There we go, and I really did not level those up nicely. I tried to make it all the same height, so I just decided to do it later. I was contemplating my life there, and honestly, the contemplations did not go well. The fact that I am literally just stood here, or, well, sat here, cleaning virtual farms, it did not sit well with me. So I was like, oh, I guess I have to try harder, and then we could not be cleaning virtual farms. We could be cleaning virtual other houses. Right? That's better? I think? Is that better? Or running a virtual, I don't know, car showroom. Yeah. Something just wilder. But power washing does still have that certain place. Don't worry, I'm not just gonna randomly give up on it. I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna have the whole game down, and when we do, I'm finally gonna go back to Powerwash 1, and we're gonna complete that too. And then the whole library, the whole thing, will be available on my YouTube, and you guys can watch to your heart's content. But then we do need to start a new game. I don't really know what to go for. So, I think in the next, I don't know, I'll go for a month. You guys come up with what you think I should play next. I've got a couple of ideas of what I would probably play, but I want some input from you guys. Just drop us a comment or something like that with what you think should go on next. Like, I'm very open to what we could do. I've got a few more different simulator games. But equally, if you're done with those and just want some easy upgrade games, like the Leave It Alone game, then I can look at some of those too. Because, hey, I really enjoyed that, and I had a great time. But yeah, tell me what you want. Also, it's the midpoint of the video, so, you know, as normal, don't forget to like and subscribe to this, and maybe you'll get to see more. Or if you really don't want to, don't, but just keep watching more videos. That helps too. Just consume the content. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled content. We're washing leaves. And we got a ding. Nice. So we're almost there. We're just going to finish up with the head. Obviously, you just saw us clean the tip, and we got a little ding from the tip. Yeah, after we just get the rest of the head done, he's going to be all good. He's going to be looking good. There we go, and get the little secret hatch. And then there's just a tiny amount of that done. And finish that. And it's time for the barn. I tried so hard to start off nicely. Like, look at how well I did. I barely hit into anything. Don't worry, it doesn't stay like this. I know, you guys want me to fail. I was really expecting this to be a harsher clean. After the blimp and the cement truck, I was expecting to be, like, floored by this. But honestly, this was great. This was a perfect, like, Powerwash 1 style clean. And I loved every moment of this one. I can't think of a single thing on this whole clean that I didn't like. I know, that's crazy. Nothing's ever perfect. But this was just great. Other than the fact, I guess the one thing I would go for is, I didn't see the chickens I can hear in the background. They're somewhere. But I didn't see them. They could have just been, I don't know, clucking around. But that would be extra things to put in the game, especially one level's worth of chicken. They'd have had to put it in like every single level, just to make it worthwhile. But that is one side pretty much done. Like, obviously it's not quite done, we've still got the guttering to do and a lot of that, but with a little bit of strafing, that's easy work. So we're just going to clean the top of this doorway. We got like 5 dings from up there. That was a lot of dings. There we go. A little stray, and we're good. See, I told you. We just strafe a little bit and we're fine. That was like 6 strafes, and we did well. Then just clean off that little last bit, just to try and get an extra ding, but we didn't get it. It's okay. It makes a lot of sense why we didn't get it after I show you how the gutters look. I wouldn't think they were clean either. But, devil's advocate, it should be clean because, you know, I said so. That's basically it. Yeah, since I said so, it should just really be okay. Go get this nice good barn door done. The aesthetic of these is so nice. Like, who just randomly has a huge red and white barn? Again, is this normal? These things are like so stereotypical in movies and TV and stuff like that. I genuinely don't know anymore if all of this stuff is normal real life stuff, or if it's just like, yeah, Hollywood decided that a red barn with white accents was going to be the norm, so now it is. Almost done with that guy. 30% for not bad at all. Seeing as we haven't actually really started the roof at all, and you can see how much surface area that is a huge amount of area to be covering. So, 30%, yeah, we're chilling. We are chilling. Don't ask what I was trying to do here. I thought it looked cool, okay? I was trying to do the little MLG rotations. There we go. So I got really confused why it wasn't dinging, but it turned out that little shelf underneath, or the, what do you call it, windowsill? Yeah, that was dirty. Dirty underneath. Again, probably a good reason why I'm bad at this game. But we're trying, and that's what's important, right, kids? God, I can feel myself getting bullied for this. I can fully feel myself getting ready to get, I don't know, canced or something. Like somebody's about to run in and be like, "Shut up, nerd." Anyway, back to this. I'm gonna stop being weird, and we're just gonna talk about the barn. It's been great. I honestly really enjoyed it, but it does get a little bit tough at the end. So a lot of this stuff isn't just regular caked on. A lot of it is just that little bit tougher than regular. So it really made me feel like I need to upgrade to stay in the game. Because surely if this is now getting like this, where it's like, you know, just a little bit too tough, we're about to have issues. So I figured, heck, why not? Let's just upgrade when we're on the roof. And we do that, and it's great again. Life just changes, and it goes great. Get the front face done, and I was really trying to stick to the level, like, of the rest of it. So I went with that bar being this random level that I had to go with. For some reason, it makes it a lot easier for me to do these. I find it really, I don't know, I find it quite stressful actually. Like, working out where the nice midpoint is to then move on to the next area. But since this already comes with a grid, it was really helpful to me. I kind of wish that was an overlay. So you could, like, have a grid overlay on a map and just be like, oh, okay, so if I clean in this area, then I've done half. Because for people like me that have that, a couple of different tendencies, I don't know, it just makes it a little bit easier to enjoy the game, and it calms you down a little bit. When we were playing Powerwash 1, and we got to, like, the skate park, huge area, couldn't work out where was nice to go through. Play park, exactly the same. Huge area, huge open space, couldn't work out what was best to start with. But this guy has frames, so you can work within the frames. It would just make the game more accessible, right? And I don't think that's a bad thing. God, could you imagine if I turned around and I was like, I think that's terrible! It's a terrible thing! Please don't take that out of context now. But yeah, how horrible would you have to be to say that? Like, let's get these little dorm rooms done. It says dormer. I don't know what a dormer is, but I'm presuming it's like a bedroom, but in the barn. So this is like a house and a barn in one? Maybe? Question mark? Exclamation mark? Oh god. Again, these are really cute. They look really cool. I really enjoyed the style of this. The style of this barn was really cute, and I had a great time cleaning it. Da, da, da. Yeah, don't ask. So I was still really struggling, and yeah, I found out there was that little tiny crack there, and was like, oh, did I clean that on the other? No, I did not. So there was just me hunting for tiny cracks, and that's a weird sentence now I say that out loud. But hey, that's just a sentence. Am I allowed to do that? Do you reckon that's copyrighted? Wait, did I just screw up? Is Team MatPat now going to come out and, like, beat me up? I hope not. That would be really annoying. Okay, so we are hitting 47%. So we've already got, what, 2/3, I reckon. Yeah, 2/3 of the bottom done. We've got a couple of things upstairs to do. And then the roof. Again, for the sheer scale of things, we have done a heck of a lot already. And the roof is still untouched, basically. Like, we might have randomly snagged a percent from, like, around these windows. But other than that, nothing. Nothing whatsoever. It was starting to get scary, guys. Like, you know, amount of work we have to do scary rather than anything else. Like, we're currently trying to do up our house a little bit, and that seemed really great, until you realise, hey, I don't know how to do DIY. Like, I have no clue. How do I do DIY? We were stumped for like 3 or 4 days because we wanted to drill in like a big cabinet downstairs, and we wanted to drill it to the wall, like, you know, fasten it up there, baby-proof it, just in case. And we got the stud detector out, went through, and it was flagging for electricity, so we were like, oh, there's wires there. The whole wall was. So we went the whole route of like, yeah, we just have to, you know, put different batteries in, see what it goes to. Also upgrading. And it's still, like, we even used a different, like, stud finder. We changed it up. And it was still just going, no, there's definitely electricity. So in the end, we just turned it all off. We just turned the fuse off and we were just like, nah, drill it now. That'll be fine. I mean, it was fine, but still, that was scary. I did not enjoy having to do that. Like, there should be people you can hire for this, for cheap. Yes, I said cheap after, because I realised that's just a handyman. But still, for another, like, version of how bad we are at this. So, we had our smoke alarm beeping at us. You know, like the 40-second beep is like, oh, I'm dying, guys. Help me out. Give me a new battery. So, bought new battery. Went, changed the smoke alarm. Still kept beeping. We were like, oh, okay, maybe we just bought a random dud. Put in another one, brand new, straight out of the box. Still kept beeping. Took us 5 days. 5 days of living with that beeping to figure out our carbon monoxide detector was right next to it, and it was that was beeping. Literally 5 days of every 40 seconds there being a little chirp, just for it to have been the carbon monoxide that was less than a meter away from it. So we had no idea how to tell. Like, the only way we worked it out was I took the smoke detector and I was ready to throw it outside. And then the carbon monoxide chirped as I was about to open the door and leave. So we were like 10 meters away from it. DIY does not work for me. And currently we're making a patio. No, not a patio. A pantry. That one. I've never even, like, I had never plastered a wall. Done that now. I had never, I don't know, removed electrical wiring from something. Done that now. Like, there's so many why don't people tell you when you buy a house, this is what you're getting into? I didn't realise I had to learn all of this stuff. That's been wild. That's not okay. It should be like, no, this is fine, relaxing, yay. But no. We had this old, janky, like, heater. So our heating system used to be warm air. So literally, there was a boiler in the center of the house in this, like, basically tomb. It was like a cementy tomb. So we obviously wanted to upgrade. We upgraded to, like, full central heating, which has been amazing. Cannot stress how great that is now. But I was really not expecting the, like, the room just to be empty after. I don't know. The unit was probably, like, 20-30 kilos. And it was just sat in the center of this little box room. Probably like a meter square, that's it. So now we have that, and I was like, well, I guess I can store stuff in there. That's like it? There's no other use for this. go. That's the top part of the roof sorted. But now we've just got that really slanted part of the roof to go. So we're just gonna switch over, have the scaffold, and we're gonna start going with that because it seems a little bit easier. I was kind of questioning whether it would be or not, or if I could like slide down it, I guess. But I decided to start with this. It felt easier to begin with. I thought if I get the bottom done, that's great. And then I was like, nah, let's just do it. Let's just jump over. We're not gonna slip. We've got game logic on our side. So I kept putting it there just in case. But I wanted to test it, so I was like, well, if I fall, great, I can just get back up really easily. And nothing bad happened. So obviously that meant I could keep being stupid. Because if nothing bad happens, well, what's to stop you doing it again? We just strafe that a little bit, just to get the sides done. And work our way through the top. The algae, or I guess moss? Yeah, moss, because it's not in water. Algae. The moss that's on here is actually really, really in there. Bearing in mind, I upgraded my pressure washer to be the 3rd level now, and it's on the yellow nozzle. I was expecting this to go way easier. I was expecting like a chill time. I could have obviously just used soap, but that felt wrong. I don't know why. It just felt wrong. We go. Just a little tiny bit left, and then we are moving on to the other side. Then it's just the front and the back to deal with. So we're going to deal with back first, because the roof was a lot to deal with. So after dealing with it for a while, I kind of sat there and I was like, hey, if I just deal with this side now, so I deal with the back, then I can just reorientate how I'm feeling. Give myself a little bit of fresh aesthetic, you know? And I can just kind of work a little bit nicer afterwards. Maybe try and hit some stuff from here, just to lighten the load a bit. Because they were chonky. Go get some easy dings and clean up this light fixture. Didn't get a ding off that, but hey, it'll be fine. We'll work out. Put our scaffold just perfectly so the big tube is going through it. No idea what that's actually for. Like, why is there so much liquid up there? Or I guess, is it like for grain? Would it be for grain? Because that's kind of the silo's job, so why would it be that, I guess? I don't know. Guys, if you know what the tube is for, tell me what the tube is for. We go, 78%. We are almost through. And guys, you're almost free from me for the day. So, just in case I forget to do it later, I'm going to do the shout out now. If you guys really enjoy what you've been seeing, and you want to be alerted when you have more come out, well, you're going to want to hit that sub. You hit that sub button, and then you're going to hit the bell icon. And that's going to alert you to every time I put out a new piece of material. Obviously, I've got my new system going now. I'm a little bit behind on the early releases, so how I've been doing it is I've been trying to work a week in advance, and then it kind of allows me a little bit of freedom, so I can be like, okay, I need to push back here because I'm struggling. Well, I can have a week ready where I don't have to do it. I know that sounds crazy, but honestly, making videos and working full-time is kind of hard. I honestly don't know how some people do it. But that being said, if you do like what you're seeing and you want to sub, That's great. There should be 2 new videos coming out roughly every 10 days. So one's going to come out on the 10th day of every month, so 10th, 20th, 30th, and the other is going to come out on every 5th, so 5th, 15th, and 25th. Don't know why I chose this. The pattern just looked really nice in my brain, so I decided to go for it. That's literally it. But yeah, if you just like the video, and you thought this one was a good one, or you just like the style that it's in, obviously just throw a like in. Like, you know, no biggie. But yeah, anything that you guys do, and any way that you think I can kind of improve, just let me know. Because when you're just doing this to, like, a blank wall, so to speak, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult. Because how do I improve? Who knows? Like, I could be making such simple mistakes. But I have no idea. Am I making dumb mistakes? Is one of them my life? Yes. Yes, it is. But we're back onto the roof anyway. So, with this new upgraded washer, we can just use the white nozzle for quite a lot, actually. Like, the green goes all the way down to the bottom. Obviously, we've got the length attachment on, but that doesn't count. There we go. See? We're about halfway through the roof on this side, because we got all of that top area done already. And we've got some of the bottom done. But yeah. Don't forget, I did say earlier, for you guys to just let me know what you'd like me to play. If you want to throw that in a comment, absolutely great. I will try and reply to any comment that's put in here in like 24 hours. Just in case, like, I do try and do it faster, but just in case I forget, I'm going to say 24 hours. Because, wait, I just could forget. Like, I do have a job other than this. I've got other things as well. Sorry, guys. And yeah, I don't want to leave you guys hanging. If you guys are putting the effort in to try and reach out to me, heck, I should do the same for you, right? And this is going to be the roof pretty much done. Then we just have to move on to the front face, and we are 91% through this. And we fall. Oh well. Go deal with that little extra bit. And get our ding. And time for our front face. So we're just gonna nice and quickly spray up here. Obviously, I'm just doing a little janky left-right quick spray, just because it makes a lot easier use of corner space. So for me, it just feels a little bit easier, and I can get out of that a bit faster, go to the more satisfying long spaces. Go get these little bottom bits done, and then we can move on to the top area. I also don't know what the... God, what's it called? I don't know, I'm just gonna go for the random crucifix or hanging platform. What the heck that's all about? Is this a normal attribute for a barn? Like, right at the top there. What is that? I don't think I've ever seen a building with a battering ram on the front of it. Is this for, like, when you attach wheels to this barn, and then it becomes a race car? And you just need a battering ram for the other barns? What the heck is going on? It's like a monster trucks version of barns? There's going to be someone that's like, actually, I have been a cowboy for 27 years. And that, good sir, is a cow holder. And I'll just be like, what do you mean it's a cow holder? How would it ever be that? Like, it says hoist. Does that mean it's for taking stuff up to the top? What do you need to take up to the top of the barn? Why? Do you know, actually, so, I'm making a big deal of this. We actually have a thing like this at my workplace, and we call it the door to nowhere, because it is literally a door on the side of a building. Like, it leads out to nothing. Just completely nothing. You step out, and you would fall 10 meters. Just straight up. You're just done. But hey, that's enough from me. We are basically going to be hitting up that ding montage. And guys, that has been me for the day. Obviously, well, actually 2 days. So, I'm going to say one more time. Please like, please sub. And you guys have been amazing. It's been great playing this game with you today. And I really hope you enjoyed it. So guys, from me, that's a goodbye. And peace.